Welcome. Good to be with you all. Please sign up, register for the retreat if you haven't already. And for this morning's Kundalini group, what I'd like to start with is a practice, the most essential practice if you have overwhelming Kundalini energy, as we need to know how to relate to our body. We need to know how to relax and soothe our body and open it so that the Kundalini can flow through unobstructed. So the more the energy can flow through us unobstructed, the less difficulties we'll have on the path, mentally, emotionally, physically. And for any of us on the path of enlightenment, we have to have a very healthy relationship with our body. And so I'm going to invite you all just to find a comfortable seat, or for this morning's practice, it even could be helpful to lay down. And so if you shut your eyes and get comfortable, and for the beginning of this practice, what is very helpful is if you allow the earth to hold you. If you allow the earth to hold this body. And so we'll start by taking some deep, full belly breaths. And the primary idea here is we are relaxing the body and allowing ourselves to be held. To be held. So much effort goes into holding up the body, thinking, being emotional, guarding and defending our egoic nature, upholding our egoic personality. But this day, I invite you to put it all down and to allow Mother Earth to hold you. And so I invite you just to see the back of your skull, your spine, your pelvis, your legs, your feet, melting into the earth, being held in the presence of Mother Gaia. So as we breathe in and breathe out, I invite your consciousness to fall out the back of your skull. And to open into the energy of Shiva, the consciousness of Shiva. It's vast, spacious, and free. We're not thinking, we're not engaging with thought. Rather, we are merging into space, giving up on any doing, giving up on any fixing, and allowing your consciousness to fall backwards, to empty out of the back of your skull. To quiet presence of spacious peace. And breathing deeply and fully into the lower belly, making sure you can feel the rise and the fall of the breath. And gently inviting the heels, the calves, the backs of the knees to melt into the earth. The hamstrings, the pelvis to melt into the earth. letting go of any and all tension, giving yourself permission to melt into the earth. And so I invite you to let go furthermore along the spine, all the muscles of the back, so the sacrum, the mid-back, behind the heart, the shoulders, to melt into the earth. With each breath, we are surrendering and letting go of any sense of fight, any sense of resistance. Sometimes on the spiritual path, we hold tension, we fight with life, we fight with Kundalini and all the pressure and the intensity of the awakening process. This day, this moment, we're giving ourselves permission to put it all down. Breathing in and breathing out. And inviting the entire physical body to be held by Mother Gaia. And so you may notice awareness waking up the bottoms of your feet, to your hamstrings, your pelvis, your sacrum, throughout your spine, behind the heart, the shoulders, back of the skull. You may notice this gentle warmth and love of the earth holding you. So the more you wake up, the more you see and experience directly, you are being held in a space of love, a space of love. Anytime your body is going through something intense, whether it's Kundalini, whether it's trauma, whether it's just doing battle with life, being in a relationship, there tends to be lots and lots of tension and resistance. And in this moment, I'm inviting you to surrender it all, to allow yourself to be held, to be deeply and eternally relaxed. Deeply and eternally relaxed. The body is relaxed. The mind is letting go into the consciousness of Shiva, vast, spacious, and free. The emotional heart, the inner child, the traumatized one, all being held, all being soothed by the energy of the Divine Mother. So melting, melting, melting. And so this is step one. Giving ourselves permission to deeply relax and to be held. So we continue with this container, letting go into the consciousness of Shiva, consciousness of the Divine Mother, Then gently, I'm going to invite you to bring your awareness to your root chakra. Now we're being a little bit more direct. So feeling into your root chakra, noticing the Kundalini fire there, the light. And noticing if there's any tension, any pressure, any resistance, any story of not being loved and supported here on planet Earth. And so whatever is here that is resistant or confused or suffering, again, we're very intentionally inviting this center to relax, to melt, to open, bringing a conscious awareness to the root chakra. And for some of you, you may see it as a ball of light. What I invite you to imagine, to envision, is that it's a bowl. A bowl, of course, doesn't have a top. And so the energy of Kundalini can flow up through the center of the bowl. It can empty out. It doesn't have to stay stuck or pressurized in the root chakra. So the energy's flowing up the spine, flowing into the second chakra center. As you feel into the hara, lower hara. Again, just gently noticing, is there tension here? Is there holding? Is there trauma? Is there resistance? And whatever it is, we're just opening. Not trying to fix any of it, but if there's anger here or fear and it wants to move up and out, we let it move up and out. If there's holding, we breathe into the holding. If there's tension, we soften in the tension. If there's old memories, we let them come forward. We see them. We breathe a sense of love and clarity. And gently let them go. Just noticing the root chakra fully open, relaxed, radiating with light. The second chakra beginning to expand, open, deeply relaxing, radiating with light, completely unobstructed, softening, melting, trusting that you are strong, that you are a goddess, that you are a warrior, that you are embodied in Buddha nature. So just noticing this depth of Buddha nature expanding, spreading out on a horizontal plane. Creating a quiet sense of foundational strength as the energy begins to flow upward from the root through the second chakra, flowing into the third chakra center, the solar plexus. That's where your ribs meet. And just noticing, do you feel empowered in a personal way? The solar plexus and the third chakra center. Is there numbness here? Is there a feeling of a void? Is there heaviness? Is there trauma? Is there resistance? Again, whatever there is, we're opening. Inviting any other karmic debris to be cleared, to be emptied, to be released, to soften, to let go, to melt, to surrender. So inviting this energy to begin to expand. The solar plexus. Again, you're seeing a bowl of light. expanding out on a horizontal plane, radiating with a warm sense of empowerment. I am strong. I am a Buddha. I'm a goddess. I am resilient. So just breathing in and breathing out, feeling these three foundational energies. Buddha nature. Profound strength. Oneness with the earth. Uprightness, a power, Buddha nature, strong, indestructible, and free. Completely clear and empty. So as you soften and open further, this energy is flowing again, this Kundalini Shakti, flowing right up through the center of the spine, through the root, the second chakra, the third chakra, and flowing up and out of the third and into the space of the heart. Awakening the heart. Again, you may notice heaviness in the heart, numbness, deadness, sadness, anger, fear. We're inviting this Kundalini Shakti to flow into that center, to begin to clear, to empty, relax, to bring the heart to a greater state of harmony. Harmony for the heart means compassion, love, radiance, unity. With each and every breath, welcoming this gentle, compassionate space of love in the heart. The heart chakra, you may notice, is unusually big. So I invite you to see a giant bowl in the space of the heart, expanding beyond the edges of the chest, expanding out 3 feet, 6 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, and just seeing your heart big, vast, free. A radiant fire of light, of love, of beauty. And again, if there's any heaviness, any tightness, any confusion, stay with the direct experience of the light. Allow this light to purify, to cleanse, to clear, to empty, to burn up, to dissolve. Any tension, any sadness, any heartache, any despair. You loving you. Love, loving love. Love, loving love. And so you may notice this great fountain of energy, fountain of love overflowing from the heart. And it's flowing downward, flooding the root chakra with love, flooding the second chakra with love, flooding the third chakra with love, heart flooding the heart. And just gently envisioning it, kind of exploding upward and coming up and blessing the throat, opening the throat, clearing out any karmic debris in the throat. Sometimes the throat can have a lot of judgment, a lot of fear, a lot of controlled aspects of the ego or controlling aspects of the ego. Giving yourself permission to surrender all of this. Inviting the throat to be a big, open gate. The heart can fully flood the throat chakra. and pouring into the space of the mind, which has already released itself into the consciousness of Shiva. So here in the space of the mind, the third eye, the crown, we're having the energies of Shiva and Shakti, making love, merging, unifying, immense light and immense space. No thinking required. No thinking will be helpful. So on this path, it's all about direct experience of this light pouring into the emptiness. This light flowing into the hugeness of the night sky. For some people, when we let go this deeply, the ego can get a little scared. That's okay. Just letting go into light and into space, which is your primal nature. I am light and I am space. And so I invite you just to see this column of Kundalini flowing from the root to the second chakra, the third chakra, exploding open in the heart, flowing up through the crown, flowing up through the throat, through the third eye, through the crown, pouring out the top of the head, and overflowing, bathing the body in light. Bathing the body in light. So just breathing here for a couple deep, full breaths. If you like, you can stay here forever. To be awake is to be, to live from your direct experience. And so if you feel into this Kundalini Shakti, vast spacious emptiness and the clarity of Shiva, you can ask the Kundalini, the energy of Shiva, if there's anything your body needs, if there's anything your psyche needs, if there's anything your emotional nature needs to help support in this process. Gently opening, receiving this unique truth which is here for you this day. So with that, you can gently open your eyes if you like, or you can keep them closed and just stay this meditative experience. And so I'm going to encourage you all to play with this. Primary complaint I get from those with Kundalini awakening is pressure. Pressure and intensity is stuck in my body somewhere. And if we take simply 10, 15 minutes, if you have an hour, to lay down and to work with your body. So much of Kundalini yoga, like true Kundalini yoga, it's about the purification of the body. I've never liked that word purification because it kind of gives us this idea that we're dirty, like original sin. But one thing that if we're just honest with ourselves, we see our body is full of all kinds of things. It's full of habitual thoughts that are not helpful. It's full of habitual emotions where we're stuck in our traumatized worldview and experience of the past. And we have an ego which is deeply divided and thinks that it is separate from God. And so it's important, if this Kundalini is awakening you and wanting to flow, it's important that we clear the channels, we clear the way. It's like if Jesus were going to come to your home, I'm sure you'd probably clean your house. You make it prepare a nice table. You wouldn't welcome him into a room that's full of clutter and debris and chaos and confusion. So the same is true with this Kundalini. Many of us, we carry around tremendous psychological baggage. And this baggage shows up in a form of unconscious resistance where it's just holding and gripping. Many of us have no idea why we hold and we grip. We have no idea why we wake up in panic every morning. And so we need to learn how to soothe our body, to melt the nervous system, to calm the nervous system, to reset the nervous system. We need to learn how to let go and to let God, to let go and let Mother Gaia, to let go and let Shiva do Shiva, be Shiva within us and as us. And so anyways, this is a primary practice that I worked with for many years. First, deeply relaxing the body and letting the earth hold you. And then secondly, just gently scanning the body, like going through the body, chakra by chakra. And just noticing, where am I holding tension? And can I open and relax and receive something greater? And my God, if we all just did this many times a day, so many of our Kundalini energetic problems and symptoms would begin to dissolve. So much of our trauma would begin to empty out and dissolve. If we all did 25-minute meditation 3-4 times a day, will help our body to reset it.